One kick. 44 yards. The AFC North on the line. And in a moment that will haunt Baltimore all offseason, the football sliced wide, the clock hit 0, and an entire stadium went silent. Welcome to NFL Snapwire. Let's break down one of the most shocking endings of the regular season. The Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers saved their biggest punch for the very last game of the regular season. Division rivals. Playoff stakes. Primetime pressure. And a finish that instantly became one of the most talked about moments of the entire NFL year. With the AFC North title hanging in the balance, this game delivered everything: defense, momentum swings, emotional whiplash, and ultimately, heartbreak. The Steelers entered the matchup knowing a win would crown them kings of the division. The Ravens, battered but resilient, were fighting to prove they still owned the rivalry. For 3 quarters, the contest felt like classic Ravens-Steelers football, physical, gritty, and brutally tense. Pittsburgh struck first, leaning on disciplined defense and timely offense. Every yard was earned. Every hit echoed. Baltimore responded with bursts of urgency, but the Steelers kept answering back, building a slim but crucial lead. By the time the fourth quarter arrived, the tension inside the stadium was suffocating. With under a minute to play, the Steelers led 26-24. The Ravens had one final chance. No timeouts to waste. No room for error. Then came the lifeline. Isaiah Likely, emerging in the biggest moment of the season, made a clutch reception that pushed Baltimore into field goal range. Suddenly, everything flipped. Steelers fans held their breath. Ravens fans could feel destiny creeping back in. All eyes turned to the kicking unit. And that's when reality hit. Standing over the ball wasn't Justin Tucker, the most accurate kicker in NFL history, the man who has crushed Pittsburgh's hopes more than once. Instead, it was rookie Tyler Loop, thrust into the most pressurized snap of his young career. 44 yards. Straight ahead. Less than 15 seconds on the clock. This was the kick that would decide the AFC North. The snap was clean. The hold was down. Loop swung his leg. And the ball drifted. Wide. Just like that, the Steelers erupted. Helmets flew into the air. Terrible towels spun wildly in the stands. The Ravens froze in disbelief as the scoreboard stayed frozen at 26-24. Game over. Division decided. The reaction across the NFL was instant and brutal. J.J. Watt was among the first to weigh in, calling the ending absolutely unreal and highlighting just how cruel football can be when everything rides on one snap. Micah Parsons echoed the disbelief, pointing out the impossible pressure of replacing a legend like Tucker in a moment that big. Fans, analysts, and players all agreed on one thing: this was a nightmare scenario. Because let's be clear, Tyler Loop didn't just miss a kick. He missed the kick. Replacing Justin Tucker isn't just about mechanics. It's about history. It's about trust. It's about knowing that, for over a decade, Ravens fans have assumed 3 points were automatic once Tucker lined up. Loop never asked for that comparison. But in that moment, it was unavoidable. Social media exploded. Some fans showed sympathy, reminding everyone that he's a rookie thrown into an impossible situation. Others weren't so forgiving, questioning why the Ravens found themselves relying on a backup kicker in the most important game of the season. But the truth lies somewhere in between. Baltimore didn't lose this game on one kick alone. Missed opportunities earlier. Offensive stalls. Defensive lapses that allowed Pittsburgh to control tempo. All of it added up. Still, football is a cruel sport because it often assigns all the blame to the final moment. On the other side, the Steelers didn't just survive, they earned it. Their defense clamped down when it mattered most. Their offense did just enough. And when chaos arrived at the finish line, they were the ones celebrating instead of explaining. This win wasn't flashy. It wasn't dominant. But it was pure Steelers football, tough, resilient, and ruthless when the stakes were highest. For Pittsburgh, this victory sends a clear message heading into the playoffs. They don't need perfection, they need execution. And they got it when it mattered. For Baltimore, the loss cuts deep. An AFC North title slipped away. A rivalry chapter ended in heartbreak. And a season full of promise now carries a bitter what if. What if Tucker had been available? What if one drive earlier had gone differently? What if that kick had stayed inside the uprights? Those questions don't fade easily. As the NFL world continues to react, one thing is certain: this ending will be replayed, debated, and dissected for years. Not because it was beautiful, but because it was devastating. That's the NFL at its rawest. One snap. One swing. One season altered forever. If this ending shocked you, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and stay locked to NFL Snapwire for more breaking moments, reactions, and real-time NFL drama. We'll see you in the next one.